Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today to welcome a PledgeLA Founders Fund alumni, Cheyenne Brown. Cheyenne is the CEO and founder of Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cakes, and she will be joining us shortly to talk about her business, allow everyone a chance to get to know her as a founder, and also talk about what her experience was like going through the program. If you haven't heard already, the applications for the PledgeLA Founders Fund 2022 cohort are currently open, and they will be open until April 10th. So that's why we're bringing some of our alumni founders on Instagram Live to get to know them a little more, allow everyone watching to hear about their experience in the program, kind of find out more about the businesses and types of founders that have gone through this program. And I'm going to work on getting Cheyenne in here in a moment. In the meantime, I did just want to mention for anyone watching, if we would love to make this as interactive as possible, so feel free to drop any comments down below or use the emoji reactions. Hey, Cheyenne.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, and yourself? It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Pleasure is all mine. I'm glad you're doing well. What's going on for you today? How's your morning been?
Say that one more time.
Oh, I was just asking what's kind of going on for you today. How's your morning been?
Good. So, yeah, just getting ready for the day. My day has started off pretty cool. We're open at 3 o'clock today, so just trying to get things in order.
Yeah, nice. That's awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. Real quick for everyone watching, I just wanted to introduce myself, and then Cheyenne, I'll have you introduce yourself and your business, and then we'll get right into it. I'm super excited to hear about everything you've been up to. So hello, everyone watching. My name is Maya, and I'm the marketing coordinator at Grid 110. I joined the Grid 110 team back in April of 2021. And today I'm joined by PledgeLA Founders Fund alumni Cheyenne Brown, and I'll let you introduce yourself and Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cakes now.
All right. Thank you. Well, hello, everybody. My name is Cheyenne Brown. I am the owner and founder of Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cakes. We were established in 2016, and our mission basically just aims to make funnel cakes more affordable and accessible within the inner city. I've always had a passion for funnel cakes, and I kind of just realized that I always had to drive outside of my community for a funnel cake experience, and I wanted to change that and bring funnel cakes to the Los Angeles and greater area. We've been in business now for 5 years, and we've also been 5 stars on Yelp for those 5 years, which is truly a blessing.
Nice.
I feel like we have truly mastered the presentation, texture, and taste of funnel cakes, making us #1 in Los Angeles. And because of Grid 110 and the grant that we received, we were able to expand. We actually started from our home. So we were a home-based business for about 4.5 years, and now we expanded to a ghost kitchen where we have become the #1 and the first virtual funnel cake shop, and drive-thru, where we allow customers to order online on sites like DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Postmates, and also in person for pickup only. And we recently launched Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cake Mix as well, which just allows us to expand our mission to allow customers to make funnel cakes from home and to bring the funnel cake experience into their home, and just to connect families. So yeah.
Wow, you have been doing so many big things. That's so inspiring to hear.
Thank
That's
you.
just amazing. And I really do love hearing you talk about your passion for funnel cakes, because I feel like you have that, you have that starting passion, and you kind of have used that and your values to build your business and not really let anything come in the way of that passion at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Connecting people, bringing it to the Los Angeles community, and I think that's really great. That's honestly what the PledgeLA Founders Fund Program stands for, really heavy on the community aspect. And as it is only for founders based in LA County, it is really important to see everyone give it back to the community. So it's
Absolutely.
great to do that.
And that's really what hit home for me. So anyone who is interested in the program, one of the reasons why I did apply is because after reading what Grid 110 stands for, it definitely, coincided with my core values and what I was looking for in a collaboration with anyone. So I really felt like Grid 110 was a perfect fit for me, and I was right.
Oh, I love hearing that. Thank you, thank you. I love to hear that when you kind of find that perfect match and it's like, these people get me and I want to work with them.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, the first question I had for you is actually, you kind of did just cover it, all of the accomplishments, but specifically that you've experienced in the past year. So take me back to where you and Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cakes was at almost over a year ago when you were about to start the Founders Fund Program, and then kind of like fast forward to now and let us know like what's changed about the business, you as a founder, and was there any particular aspects of the program that helped you through that growth?
Wow, yes. So definitely a year ago, Fun-Diggity actually wasn't in the best place that we could be. I was actually struggling with just not burning out, I would say. I think that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs experience. So I was like putting my all into it, very passionate, definitely had a lot of support from my community, but it was certain aspects about myself as an entrepreneur that I needed to work on in order to delegate and to just make sure that I wasn't burning out. So I was kind of at a very low point right before I got into the Grid 110 program, and I felt like it was nothing but God who truly allowed me to connect with people and a network that I really desperately needed at that time. So a year ago, from that point where I realized I was kind of burning myself out and then joining the Grid 110 program, I feel like most importantly, it helped my mental health. If I can say that, definitely helped my mental health. It made me feel like what I was doing was worth it. Although I knew that, it was a confirmation to hear it from others who believed in me. Also, just the fact that I was putting my all into it and really didn't have the resources or the connections or anyone to go to for certain questions that I may have had. So I feel like the Grid 110 program came into my life at the perfect time to really help me to restructure everything that I was doing. And I found myself pivoting within my company. And that's kind of how I decided to launch Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cake Mix during the pandemic and all, which was an interesting experience as well. But I just kind of realized with the shutdown of so much, it would just be easier if I allow my customers to be able to make funnel cakes at home. So I started to expand on that. And once I was accepted into the Grid 110 program and began to go through all of the classes and stuff, I just feel like it opened me up so much. Like I was being exposed to so many different resources and information that I didn't even know I needed to know, if that makes sense. Sometimes as an entrepreneur, you can be so stuck on go and just doing what you're used to doing in that daily routine and kind of stunting your growth in in certain ways as to what I could have been focusing on. So Grid 110 just helped me to really tune in and focus on the things that I needed to do in order to grow my company. I think some of the most valuable things I learned would have to definitely be like the product market fit and the target audience. I felt like I was clear on who my target audience was because I was dealing with all these customers on a day-to-day basis. But once we really dived into all of the characteristics and what I needed to look for and what I needed to gain and understand about my customers, it really just put things into perspective better for me and allowed me to focus on those things instead of jumping all over the place, because I can be very passionate and creative and get off track real easy. But I feel like Grid 110 really helped me to just hone into the things that I needed to focus on. And another big takeaway would have to be all of the guest speakers. I'm a very visionary person, so just seeing all of the guest speakers from all different, industries of business come in and talk to us, I feel like I gained so much from just learning from them and their experiences and being exposed to that kind of community and how diverse Grid 110 is with picking businesses to work with, because it truly does create a lot of value to understand the different trials and tribulations that we are going through, the different strategies we're taking in order to grow our businesses. And I think that that was the biggest thing that I took away. And I learned most how to just deal with, again, my mental health, how to prioritize, delegate, and just use the resources that were given to me. And so I'm very, very thankful.
Wow, that is such a powerful answer. You know, you mentioned a lot of things, and I think I love that you bring up mental health and the mental health of a founder specifically, because the business, you know, the business can be doing what it needs to do, the business can be making money, but if you as the founder, as the leader, as the owner are not in the right headspace or just distracted or unable to focus, then it's not going to be, you're just, like you said, you're going to burn out, and it's going to be hard to deal with all those aspects. In addition to bringing up, like you said, like the classes, the guest speakers, the community, and everything you got out of that, it really sounds like you put your all into the program, and that's what we tell people, like, you get out of it what you put in, and it sounds like you really put in your all. You were there, you know, you showed up, so you know, it makes sense why you were able to gain so much from it. And you know, it's also great to hear how it seems like you're in a much better place now as a founder, like now having that community, having people to go to for questions, just having kind of like a community to rely on, that really gets you and gets where it comes from.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I feel like Grid 110 is definitely a program that you should take advantage of, because it is a once in a lifetime opportunity, and it opened up so many doors for me. And I just really feel like, yeah, when I told myself, if I get into this program, I'm definitely going to take it seriously. I'm definitely going to give it my all. I pretty much give my all in everything that I do, but I really wanted to take this seriously in the game as much as I could from the program, and for those who were giving their time and their effort to me every week, you know. So yeah, definitely. Everyone that's a part of the Grid 110 program is amazing, and I just couldn't thank you guys enough.
Oh, well, thank you, Cheyenne, for being such a perfect example of, you know, what this program can do for a founder. I did see we had a question in the chat. Someone was asking, like, how to get the most out of the sessions, out of the classes, and I think you really just hit the nail on the head. Like, show up, like, be yourself, be authentic, be there for your business, and really just show up and put the time in. And you're just there to learn, you know, you're just there to soak it all in and be around everyone, and like you said, connections to community, it's all there for you, so really just show up.
And definitely take notes. So Grid 110 did provide us with like these really cool notebooks that said Grid 110 on it, which I still have mine.
Aww.
And take really good notes, because you will want to refer back to those notes, especially when you guys start breaking down like product market fit and things like that. And also communicate with everyone else in the cohort on a daily or weekly basis. Make sure you share your Instagram or whatever social platform you use with them, and just really just get into it, because I think that's another thing that I took away, is just all of the people that was a part of my cohort I still communicate with today, and we still, you know, cheer each other on and ask each other questions. Oh, share this flyer for me, or, you know, things like that. So I would definitely say take a lot of notes, because you will want to refer back to that.
Oh, thank you. That's a great tip. And also how you bring up, like, you're still connected with those people today. So even though the program is 12 weeks or 3 months long, it doesn't end after that, because
No.
as you know, we have events that we'll host. We also just have our Slack community, and you end up having close relationships, even personal friendships and things.
Yes.
With those founders, and yeah, it doesn't end after those 3 months. If anything, it's a lifelong family.
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you so much for going a little more like deep into the accelerator side of things with Grid 110. I kind of did want to shift focus and ask you how the grant helped you, the non-dilutive capital you received from PledgeLA. You did mention kind of like how that helped you open up a virtual kitchen or a ghost kitchen, and I would love to like hear a little bit more about that and how that capital helped your business.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, thank you, PledgeLA, for all that you do. You guys are truly amazing. Amazing and God sent. Thank you for everything. Well, with the capital, I definitely was able again to expand my company, so that money definitely helped me to pay for equipment, which can be very expensive. So I was able to get like a new funnel cake fryer, most of the supplies like countertops, refrigerator, just all the basic things that I needed in order to grow my business. And one thing as well is when we were in the house, we would sell out a lot of our product because I just didn't have enough room to store all of the inventory. So with having that grant, I was able to definitely get the tools and the supplies that I needed so that we no longer sell out of product, which is amazing. And also just to expand on that, some of the funds did go towards Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cake mix. So it helped me to establish my fulfillment center, which is where most of the orders were being packaged at the time, and just allow me to continue to build relationships with people and have a little extra funds and a safety net, and not have to use up all of the capital that I had already raised on my own. So, because I bootstrapped most of the time, I haven't got any big loans or anything like that. It's just been basically the Fun-Diggity crew and their continuous support, and this grant that really truly helped me to just expand and get all the equipment and things that I needed in order to grow the company to where we are now.
Wow, that's amazing to hear how you use that grant to like touch on so many different parts of your business. It sounds like you were able to really like stretch that resource.
Oh yes, you gotta stretch it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that mentality. Yeah, that's just so great. And I did actually hear you mention something where you said like before when you were at the house. So you did start your business out of your house, is that correct?
Correct.
Wow, that's amazing. Like to see where you are now and just that's so inspiring. Like
Yeah.
that's so cool.
And I feel like that's one thing that my customers and the Fun-Diggity crew is what I call my customers and my followers. That's what they truly admire about me and have told me is like how proud they are of me, the fact that I did start out of my house, and to see my growth, and for me to be so transparent and to let them in on every part of the journey, not leaving nothing unturned, just being straight honest with them and letting them know all the good, all the bad, all the ups, all the downs, and for them to see my growth. It truly makes me happy that they can recognize how far I've come. So yeah.
Yeah, it's like you kind of brought them on that journey with you, and your wins are their wins.
Yeah.
And they enjoy, well, you know, delicious funnel cakes.
They definitely remind me of that, though, that like my wins are their wins, and they truly are happy for me, and that's truly what keeps me going, honestly.
Wow, I love that. And it sounds like you really do show up very authentically for
Thank
the
you.
community, for your crew. And I just truly admire that about you because like I was mentioning earlier, there are just so many things that can, you know, when you start a business, get kind of veer you off of your passion or get in the way or just whatever it may be. So I just love seeing someone who has stayed true to themselves from the beginning, no matter
Thank
how much
you.
they've grown or what else has happened. So my very last question is for, you know, a lot of people are excited now that the 2022 cohort applications are open. You know, getting the chance to experience what you got to. What advice would you have for people who are currently applying and want to know like how they can stick out in their application or what types of things they could do to make sure they put in that extra effort and go the extra mile to, you know, show up in the application and really stand out?
Oh, great question. I would just say, again, be authentic. Express as much as you can. Don't be afraid to put as much information in those boxes as you can. That's one thing that I definitely took advantage of. If it said 1,500 characters, I'm going to use up all those 1,500 characters. I'm going to submit my presentation of kind of like my PowerPoint of, you know, the company and where we're going to go. Just really take the time to answer the questions as best as you can, and make sure that you're aligned with the core values of Grid 110, because that alone I feel like will set your application apart from the others. And just give it your best. I mean, that's all we can do, right? Give it your best, and yeah.
Yeah, no, that's perfect. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Cheyenne. Before we sign off, I did want to hear from you. You know, is there anything that everyone watching should be on the lookout for Fun-Diggity in the future? Anything going right now? I know you said that you guys are open today at 3, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything else that, you know, the crew should look out for or anything you want to plug right now?
Yeah, definitely. So the main thing is we just restocked Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cake mix. So we do have
Oh,
more available now. Also, a lot of people have been waiting so patiently, but we are getting ready to launch our catering business. So I
wow.
was just awarded a 10K grant with Uber Eats. And I've only been on the Uber Eats and like delivery platforms for about a year now, and we're seeing great growth there and really building great relationships with them. And so I'm getting ready with that 10K grant to launch my catering business again. I did catering before, like when I was still out of the house, but it wasn't where it needed to be. So now we're going
Yeah.
to relaunch that soon. I'm hoping for mid-April at the latest. So definitely look forward. If you have any events, birthday parties, baby showers, corporate events, we would love to be there and make your event more fun diggity. So we're definitely looking forward to that. We will announce it officially on our Instagram page when we are ready, and we will begin taking quotes via email only at fundiggity@gmail.com. Also, the future for us, we're just focused on expanding the funnel cake mix. We're working on retail and wholesale so that you will begin to see Fun Diggity funnel cakes in stores near you. So that's really just the goal right now, and yeah.
Wow, that's honestly so exciting, so inspiring. It sounds like you're like just it blows my mind how much growth that you're like putting into this and like where the business is going, all these different facets from catering to the mix to now talking about, retail stores. That is
Yes.
amazing. And to hear that you also got that grant from Uber Eats, I think is really inspiring because after the program, after getting the grant from PledgeLA, it sounds like it doesn't just stop there. It will lead you to other opportunities and things like
Absolutely.
that.
And I do believe that Grid 110 made me more confident to apply for more grants. So whether you
Mm.
get this Grid 110 grant, if you are applying now or not, don't let that hinder you or stop you. I got so many no's before I got one yes. So I think it's very important that you just continue to apply yourself, because eventually you will strike and it will be the perfect opportunity for you. And so, yeah, that's the best advice that I can give. And I definitely think that Grid 110 definitely boosted my confidence and made me apply for a lot more opportunities.
Wow, that's also a really great point. It's so great to hear. Thank you for that piece of advice as well. I just want to finish off by saying thank you for taking the time to be here with us today. We really appreciate it and just look up to you so much as a founder. All that you got going on, it's truly inspiring. And I know that all the other founders in our community are very fond of you and look up to all your accomplishments and how real you've been with your journey and your growth. So thank you so much, Cheyenne.
Thank you for having me. You're
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. We're gonna log off here in a minute. I did just want to let everyone know that the applications are currently open for the 2022 cohort of the PledgeLA Founders Fund. We have some other info sessions and some workshops coming up, so be sure to check the link in our bio for those. And maybe you'll be seeing Cheyenne soon as an alumni of the program and connecting with her as well.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, everyone go buy a Fun-Diggity Funnel-Cake and enjoy your Thursday.
Thank you and have a fun diggity day. I appreciate you and your time.
Thank you. You as well. Bye.
Bye.